Hi, friends. Sabrina here. And today I just wanted to chat with you a little bit about my thoughts, my reflections, and planning for our homeschool. Over on Instagram, I shared a photo of just some bins filled with books and curriculum that we're going to be using for next year. And I got some comments and DMs asking, how did you decide what you were going to purchase? How did you decide what you were going to bring into your homeschool? And so I wanted to sit and share my thought process behind that. I started by reflecting on what it is I wanted my boys to learn or to grow in this year. And for my oldest, it has been independence and seeking knowledge for himself and building his own kind of skill set around something. And he has been doing that with coding and making music using FL Studios. Now, of course, we were there to help guide him and provide tools for him and sign him up for classes, but it's really been on him to learn how to do it, to make the mistakes, to learn from them, and to continue to build his skill set. And he has been doing that, and it's been really cool to see that growth in him. For my youngest, I really wanted him to grow in confidence around his ability to learn and to know that it's okay to get it wrong. It's okay to not get it yet. If we don't get it this way, we're going to try another way. If we don't get it today, we're going to try again tomorrow. And for him to start taking on that attitude has been really, I don't even know. It's been amazing to see. It really has been. And I hear him say it to himself when he's working on projects sometimes. And he says it when we're, going through a lesson together. And, he's like, I don't get it yet, but I'm going to try again, or I'll just go back to it later. And then he comes back to it. And I just love that growth. And I feel like through us homeschooling that we've been able to achieve that for our kids, like this love of learning, this go figure it out kind of attitude is what we are trying to instill in them. Because if they can get that, then I feel like they're going to be okay in life. They're going to be able to learn the things they need to learn. They're going to be able to be resourceful and seek the things they need to seek. So I'm super excited about their progress this year, and I want to continue that into next year. And so that's kind of where I started with that. What have we been doing? Because it's not like I sat and said, I want you to grow in your confidence and your ability to learn. It's not like I said to him, I want you to go and seek knowledge for yourself and build your skill sets. Like, I didn't say those words to my kids. I feel like it's just been in setting things up and kind of thinking about our life as our homeschooling as a way of life. And we're always learning, always learning. I do say that a lot. We're always learning. And so I'm always learning. And so I want to continue to do that. And I feel like through taking little mini dives into different subjects that have been of interest to them, they've been able to apply the skills that they've been learning from our curriculum and the things that they are doing outside of our homeschool. So like, we're not necessarily doing coding in our homeschool. We're not necessarily doing learning how to make beats during our homeschool days, but that's homeschool. That's our life. And so we're always doing those things. And so what has brought us joy, like I said, is taking these little deep dives. So I've just kind of noted that. And then I asked my kids, what is it that you want to learn? I always ask them this, but I like to kind of start with the list for the next year. What is it that you want to learn? What is it that you want to do? How is it that you want to go about learning it? They're young, but they can still, my kids are 7 and 9 years old. They're young, but they can still, tell me what it is they want. They can tell me what it is they want to learn about. And so kids even younger can do that as well, because they were doing it when they were younger. And so I'm going to try to give that to them, whether it's through planning a unit or purchasing a book or sign them up for a class or, calling a friend who knows about that and having them have conversations with them, whatever it is. It doesn't always have to cost money, but they can, learn those things. And so I try to go through that list and see what it is, we can incorporate during our school days where I'm sitting down teaching a lesson and where I need to kind of outsource that. So I started with that list and again, thinking about what's been working for us and then what things I want to see change or continue to change. And as I thought about those things, as I prayed about those things, as I set intentions for our school year, the words that kept coming to mind were creativity, curiosity, and consistency. Now, they told me that one of the things they wanted to learn how to do was paint. They wanted to learn to paint. They wanted to do more of that in our school days. They wanted to learn how to play with clay and sculpt. So, not do arts and crafts. They made that clear. But they wanted to do those things. So that's the creativity piece. So wherever I can bring in art, painting, and sculpting, that's what we're going to do. As far as the curiosity, we're coming from a more of a classical approach where actually the school that we pulled my oldest from followed the trivium. And I won't get into that because I will get way off. But they learn a lot about a particular topic throughout the school year. So if you're studying physics, you're studying physics for the whole year. If you're studying chemistry, you're doing chemistry for the whole year. If you are studying ancient history, you're doing that for the whole year. I think it's great. I feel like the kids really learn a lot. They learn a lot of facts. It's confidence building. But my kids have said they wanted to move a little quicker through things. They didn't just want to talk about, ancient history all year. They wanted to learn about the Middle Ages and they wanted to know about the Civil Rights Movement. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to jump around a little bit and we're going to just kind of take these dives into whatever it is they want to learn and learn as much as we can around that, in chunks of time. So I guess you can refer to them as unit studies or interdisciplinary studies. I think most people call them unit studies. So that is the approach that we are going to be moving toward, which kind of scares me because I really like the classical curriculum. And that is feels like the opposite of that. But I feel like we'll be able to do more of our learning together. And that is another thing that they've requested and said that they were, really looking forward to doing because they like doing that when we've, stepped away from the curriculum and done our little mini units. We've learned all together and it's not me alternating back and forth between them doing grammar with this one and grammar with that one, and then doing a math lesson with this one and math lesson with that one. Now with math, we probably will keep those separate, but as far as everything else, we were already doing science and history together. So we're just going to be moving our language arts together as well, and then making our language arts and our science and history kind of go together. So whatever, literature that we're reading, we're going to be learning like the fictional, we're going to be learning the fact in that, and it's going to be together. And I really like that approach. And they have too. We have seen, I feel like I've seen a lot of growth in their skill and the other subjects that we've been doing when we their application, I'll say, of the things that we've been learning in those units. And that's been amazing to just kind of put the curriculum away and dive into whatever we want to learn about. So we're going to do more of that this year. So that's where I started. That's when I started researching. So after I've kind of thought about what we had, the intentions that I set for them and how we've been growing in those things. And I see that we're growing in those things and the things that we're doing that I think is leading us in the growth of those things. And then asking them what they want to learn, praying, thinking about words help me, describing what our homeschool will look like. Then I go and research. I match the curriculum to what I want and not the other way around. And so I'm excited to share with you what we're going to be doing because I did a lot of research. Now, don't get lost in the research. Don't get lost in it because you can. It can be super exciting and it can be overwhelming. But at some point, you have to make a decision. You have to make a decision and go with it. And so, but you don't have to go all the way. So what I'm going to do is do 6 months or a semester of the curriculum we're going to be using. And so I'm not going to purchase it for the whole year because I really want to give it a good try. And if it doesn't work, then we'll go back to what we know works and then build from there. But I think this will be more fun for us all to do it this way. And my husband is even excited about the curriculum that we've chose. He sat down, he watched the videos, he looked through it, when it came in, he saw some of the books and he was excited about it too. So that just made all the difference for me. And while I, feel afraid a little bit to step away from some of the curriculum that we have been using, it's a little more scripted than what we will be using. And by that, I mean, like, it literally says, say this to the child. And then, as you get more comfortable, you know how your kid thinks. And so you can kind of, switch it up if you need to. But I'm going to be stepping away from that. And again, that scares me a little bit, but I'm not going to let that lead or drive how we are moving forward. So I can't wait to share that with you. So I think I'm going to break the videos up into just some hauls first and sharing the different places that I purchased things, and then how I'm going to organize those things in our schoolroom, and then what I'm using for different subjects or different units, and then how I'm going to actually plan those units. So got some videos coming. If you have any questions or thoughts you want to share with me, please put them in the comments below. If you are over on Instagram, you can DM me over there. And I share a lot more there. And I love to have a conversation with you. So like I said, comment here or DM me there. And I will be back with another video soon. If you enjoyed this one, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll talk to you later. All right, guys. Bye.